Hello again, my name is Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I will be looking at the Vantec ICEBERQ. This is a VGA chipset cooling kit. What is included in this package is the copper cooler, some thermal compound, a 3 to 4 pin power connection. You get some thermal tape. This thermal tape is used to keep on these couple of heat sinks. That's if you want to use them. There's two of these. One is a little larger and there's a little tiny one right here. And something else that also is included in this package are a couple of plastic clips. Now these clips are used to hold down this cooler. The fan on this cooler is extremely quiet. As a matter of fact, it's so quiet I cannot test it here today because you simply would not be able to hear this fan over the other fans in my system. That's a good thing. I was very surprised because this is a 5,000 RPM fan and it is kind of small. You'd think that it would whine, but it doesn't, and that's a good thing. Quiet is good. Now, how would you use heat sinks and a cooler like this? Well, of course, you could use them on a video card or you could use them in a motherboard application. Today, I will be using it in a motherboard application. I will be replacing my heatsink on my 8-bit SD7 533 motherboard. Also included in this package are a couple of heatsinks. These heatsinks can be used on chipsets that do not have anything on them right now. These are basic aluminum heat sinks. There's nothing special really about these. And of course, as I mentioned before, there's two-sided thermal tape, and this thermal tape of course gets stuck on the heat sink, and then of course you stick the heat sink onto whatever application you're using it in. The application that I will be using this product today in is replacing the heatsink on a motherboard. This is the 8-bit SD7 533 motherboard. Of course, this is a Pentium 4 based motherboard. Now, as you can see here, there was no fan included with this particular board, just a basic aluminum heatsink. And this, believe me, gets very hot when you have the system on, especially if you have a high front side bus. So let me just show you how this is replaced first of all, and then after that I'll go into some of the temperature differences that before and after. Of course, the first step to this procedure to removing the heatsink here on this board is to pop out these couple of plastic retainer clips, and of course to do that you're going to have to remove your motherboard. And once your motherboard is removed, here you can see in the back of the board there's two retainer clips which keeps this heatsink on. The original one, you want to remove those. Once the old heatsink is removed, of course it's going to reveal the chipset on the motherboard, and of course then all you would need to do is mount this one here. Now, as for the removal on the other one, you can either just cut the plastic clips or you can push them through the other side of the board. If you don't want to take out your motherboard, of course, you can just cut them and you can just place this in. That would be a much easier way to go because Vantec has included handy couple of clips here which you can use to push right through. So next thing here is to apply some thermal compound here to the surface of the chipset, and then apply it and then just attach it. Now that the cooler is installed, go ahead and plug it into your motherboard, and of course if you took your motherboard out of your system, you want to bring it back and install the rest of the components back into it. And after installing a cooler like this, the results should be much better. This kit is very inexpensive and very simple to use. You can of course also use this in a video card application or like I did on a motherboard. Now you've seen the differences between the original heatsink with no fan onto it and something like this with being all copper and of course having its own fan. This overall is a great product. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds and this has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also check out my website at www.3dgameman.com, and while you're there, pop into the forums. You can go in there and register. Registration is free. You can leave your own suggestions and comments and find out all kinds of information about this product and about all the products which I video review. Until the next time, take care.